Hey guys, Wes here. Quick break from the Halo lore content for today, but I just wanted to share my first thoughts and impressions on the new Vault Breaker game mode that just released for Marathon. And if you have no idea what this is, no worries. This is the game's first exclusively PvE mode, where you can drop in solo, in a duo, or as a full squad into one of the most hardcore experiences in the game. That means no enemy players on the map whatsoever. And my apologies for not using too much of my own gameplay for this mode. Something about running OBS at the same time as the game today, for some reason, is making my game run at like 20 frames per second. But just know that I did play a few rounds both by myself and on Phil, and it was a pretty great time. Probably my favorite aspect about this mode, other than the fact, that it's PvE, is that by default, you'll begin your run with sponsor kits that you can customize over time. And the way you'll do this is by collecting indexes, these items that can be found in the vaults, which convert to data or upgrade points whenever you complete a run. I'm a huge spender when it comes to these cryo runs, and after a pretty big losing streak, that being like, 3 or 4 games in a row, sometimes I'm tapped out for the rest of the week unless I grind like crazy. And if you haven't seen it yet, these upgrades include bigger backpack storage, enhanced weapons and shields, the ability to start a run with batteries and security clearance, and even vault credentials for the more, difficult vaults. So ultimately, these things can not only help save your life, but also save you time. And another thing that I think is really great is that right when you load in, you will either find a Vault 1 or 2 key in your spawn. So whether you're by yourself or you're with friends, you can head straight there or, gather the needed supplies and start looting without having to worry about enemy players. Now, if you're somebody who's concerned this mode is going to affect the loot pool within the PvP space, don't worry, because you don't actually get to keep any of the weapons or items that you collect, just those indexes like I mentioned before. But if you're willing to push your luck, you can use your extra time in the match before exfil to gather other keys, which will be found in these vaults. So if you're trying to finally beat the compiler, this might actually be a great opportunity to finally do it. But something I think is really important to understand is that even if you do beat the compiler in this mode, you will not earn the Sphiticide Shell Cosmetic, as that is exclusively rewarded for those who beat it in the original PvP version of the map or mode. That's kind of a bummer, but I do totally understand. Outside of the features I just mentioned, of course, it still feels like cryo. The enemies still hit hard, and you still need to collect security clearances and other items in order to progress or access the vaults. So whether you're new, want a little break from the hardcore PvP experience, like me, or you just want to explore cryo archives while getting familiar with the map and the vault system, this is probably for you. And if you watched my review from a couple months ago, you would know that a PvE mode or like an enemy player-less mode for cryo was probably one of my bigger asks, just because I think it's such a fantastic experience, and I know that not a lot of people have really experienced it yet, given the hyper-competitiveness that, comes with it. Granted, this is coming from somebody who has exfilled from the map dozens of times now, and has beaten the compiler, mostly due to, great teamwork and the collaboration with some enemy players, but I think I've kind of earned the right to make that statement. And I understand that there is a very vocal group within the community who are against this kind of mode, but I really think this game has such fantastic gameplay mechanics, weapons play, story, lore, and ultimately it would benefit from PvE modes that are a little bit more approachable to a broader audience. Now, that was not the intended audience when the game first released, but obviously the game kind of needs to evolve in order to have some form of longevity. And ultimately, a mode like this is going to bring in more players who, over time, will probably play the PvP aspect as well. And I'm going to be totally honest, I really have not had a chance to play a lot this season, but as soon as I heard about this mode coming out, I knew that I was going to have to carve out some time to play. And in conclusion, I would probably say that my biggest concern with this mode is that it only runs until August 4th, and I say that because I know that I wish I'm going to have more time to play it. But I'm sure if the community rallies behind it, Bungie will certainly implement it as a permanent or some sort of recurring feature, just like they did with the sponsor kit mode. Like I said though, I just wanted to take a super quick moment to talk about this, as it's something that I felt like I was a big advocate for. But I would really appreciate it if you guys would leave me some comments down below letting me know, are you going to play this mode? Have you already played the mode? What are your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Or, are there some things that you would like to see changed? Or would you even like to see this as a permanent feature? Just let me know down below. But it's back to the grindstone for me, because I have a bunch of Halo content coming your guys' way. So I will see you in the next video.